Today I'll be hiking the Brockway Hawthorne Preserve, which is part of the Lyme Land Trust. And my husband and puppy are following behind me, and sometimes in front of me. I'm rough. Let's talk about our journey, which will go something like this. Did you get that? Good. We wanted to do this hike today because it's famous for its ravine, and fall is coming and going fast. Colors are changing, but it's been so wet, not likely to stay. So we thought Ravine would be a great place for viewing. Off to the left is the Yellow Trail connector, but we're going to explore that in the end of the hike today. Now the only trouble with viewing the ravine is the leaves are still up, so I don't know how great the view is going to be, but it's just a chance we're going to have to take. And the colors are beautiful out here today, even if there still is some green. There was another yellow connector there. And now the purple or lavender is on the left, and we share the trail, and the lavender goes off to the right to the parking lot, and we stay straight on white. Look at my puppy, he knows the way. All right, now the bridge is a little to the right, but puppy wanted to go straight forward into the water. So we did that. Look, he just knows what he's doing. Look at that little booty. He's got the cutest little booty walk. For those of you who want to know how my Appalachian Trail through hike prep is going, thank you for asking. It's going very well. One of my big 3 items just came in. That's my Durston Kakwa 55 backpack, which has my base weight, that's without food and water, at about 15 pounds. Orange Trail to the left. And with food and water, I'm at about 25 pounds. Awesome. Continuing on white. My hubby noticed a really cool tree with mushrooms. I don't know the official name of these mushrooms. Shelf mushrooms, let's just go with that. So I'm inserting his clip of this cool tree that he filmed. And he also spotted pillars. I didn't even see them there. It's a little too wet to go over there and explore. Maybe another time. See what that's all about. And speaking of wet grounds, let's cross these stepping stones and go into the mountain laurel. We've now reached the end of this preserve. If you stay on white, it crosses a road and leads you to the Selden Creek Preserve, which is also really nice. In fact, a lot of days I'll do both of these together and get in a good 8 miles. But not today. Today we're going to take this right though, follow the blue trail, and reach our first lookout point. This is a one-way spur. Worth the walk. Totally do it. Ta-da! We can see some colors. Our view is a little bit obstructed by nature, but still really pretty. Time to turn around and head back. And we're reconnecting to the yellow trail to our right. We're getting pretty close to this ravine. I can feel it in my bones. Look at these colors though. I'm loving the leaves, especially maple leaves. They always turn the best. Lots of yellows and oranges and reds and purples. Yep, here we go, down into the valley. We've reached the end of the yellow trail. You can take a left onto red and skip the ravine, but why would you want to do that? We're going to take a right on red and go right down into it. Look at these rocks we got to climb down. I can do it, but I hope our puppy can. Yeah, he totally did it. Piece of cake. He was quicker than I was. So in the springtime, this is actually a really beautiful stream that runs through here with a lot of natural moss growing around it. It's really pretty, but it's a little overgrown right now. Let's cross what remnants there are of this stream And now we're climbing out of the ravine and up on the other side, which should have more views waiting for us. Passing by some really cool rock ledges here. And there were more in the ravine, but whenever I film them, they're so large that you can't capture them on camera. There's one. So you'll have to come see it yourself to get the full effect, but it is really cool in that ravine. I just warned my husband, I'm like, look at all the nuts on the ground here. Like, if you don't watch your step, look at that. You're gonna go for a roly-poly ride. No kidding, that's crazy. Be careful. All right, we're taking this little spur here to the lookout point. Ta-da! I wanted you to enjoy all those lookouts without me talking, but now look at this. Don't fall in the ravine. Her bones were never found. Turning back around on the blue spur, getting back on the red trail. Ooh, giant broken tree. What do you think took that out? Lightning, maybe? That's cool. I was walking all along a second ago, and I bumped into a guy with his off-leash dog, and he said, "Oh, are you randomly filming people on the trail?" What? Red goes to parking lot, so we're going to take this left on purple. Look at this. This looks like a moose antler, or maybe it did from far away. And that looks like some kind of antlers, too. It's kind of creepy and spooky and cool. Anyway, I don't know why anyone would think the point of me coming out here would be to hope to bump into someone in the middle of nowhere so I could film them. What would I be doing with that? Ooh, look at all these colors. Oh, as I almost fall down. And off to my left is that red connector trail that leads to the top of the ravine, in case you wanted to loop around and do it again. And now I shall quick walk you to the next site. And here we are, little lookout point. There's a little stream down in there, but you can't really see it. It's kind of dry. I think there might be a better lookout up ahead though. We'll keep going. Hopes are high. Look at this cool rock. This is one of my favorite things. I hope that the color of these leaves show up on camera, but I'm not sure they will. I'm afraid they might show a little bit brown. They're prettier in person. Mountain laurel maze. A bridge, that's one of my favorite things. This is actually really great. I was here a couple of years ago, and this was all marshy in the spring, and you had to tromp through it. So they put in a bridge. Awesome. Love the Lyme Land Trust. A little bit of a ledge walk here. And there is a stream down there, but it's not flowing very well. Orange trail to the left. I'm gonna go up here. This looks like a nice little lookout. Let's check it out. It's always good for me to practice ledge walks and ends of cliffs because I get a little height vertigo. And I just have to learn to trust myself and all this strengthening of my leg muscles and not be afraid to walk over. I mean, be careful, but not afraid. Compromise. There's another lookout point. But when I do my through hike, I don't want to be too afraid to look at the views. I mean, I don't want to fall off a cliff. Like I said, I don't want to be stupid, but I want to enjoy the adventure and to know my real limits, not my imaginary ones. Get what I'm saying? Look at this. I'm not going to want to cut any of that out in post, so I'm just going to have to speed it up so you can see the whole thing. Look at all this. Look at this giant pile of rocks. Look how flat they are. This is like building material here. Ooh, and stepping stones. This is really cool looking. Holy cow. Stone wall. And coming up on another lookout point. Here's another edge. Practice going up to it. Don't be caged by your fears. It's not that high. But there you can see the water though. And an uprooted tree. More mountain laurel. Everyone loves mountain laurel. How cool is this? A natural stone staircase. Awesome. My outdoor mansion is equipped with stone staircases and beautiful green moss carpeting, wall to wall, tree to tree. Where does this trail lead? Why, it's a shortcut to mushrooms. If you didn't get that reference, you don't watch enough movies. A beautiful winding path through the wilderness. And coming up on our left is some sort of pond. Yep. At this point, Lavender continues on straight ahead and leads to a parking lot. And we're going to veer to the right and go on Yellow, where we'll find another shortcut to mushrooms. It's like a little town. This is so cool. I love it when you get to any part of the forest where there's no underbrush, but when you get to one where there's no underbrush and a stone wall path, amazing. Look at how cute. A boy and his dog. Let's keep moving on Yellow. Please enjoy this quiet interlude. It appears we're coming up on another lookout point. I see a bench. Ta-da! Although with all the leaves, I can't see much of a lookout. Still pretty though. I'm liking this little grassy climb right here. It's so pretty. Grass in the woods is awesome. When we started today, we came in on white from the right over to the left. So now we're gonna go backwards on this trail toward the car and enjoy this view of this giant tree. Look at that. Fun. Look at all these colored leaves. Let me see if I can show you again without tripping this time. I just think they're going to show up brown. You're going to miss it. You better come out and see it for yourself. All right, zipping down the valley. And up over the top. Woohoo! We did it in record time. I know, no duck car today, 'cause hubby drove. Woohoo! No duck car! Next, I'll be heading across the street to the Selden Creek Preserve, so be sure to check out that video. Things are scary, cemetery, when you in obituary, MothMom. Things like darkened butterflies, just as tomorrow's sixth surprise, MothMom.